Have you ever noticed that some older people have an unpleasant smell and they don't even realize it? It's not just about skipping a shower. There's a hidden cause that most of us overlook, and it could be affecting you too. Stay with me and I'll explain what it is and how you can fix it for good. Watch this to feel fresh and confident again, because no one wants to be remembered for the wrong reasons. Before we start, please like this video to help me keep sharing helpful tips for aging. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing and turning on notifications so you don't miss any videos. If you like the video, please comment 1. If you don't like it, comment 0 to let me know so I can make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Part 1 is about understanding why older people have a smell. Let's get real for a moment. We've all heard about old people smell, right? It's something people talk about quietly or joke about, especially younger folks who think they won't experience it. But here's the truth. It's not a myth or stereotype. It's real, and it's not just about missing a shower. It's more complicated than that and connected to how our bodies change as we age. When we're young, our skin produces oils that keep it moist, smooth, and fresh. But as we get older, our skin doesn't produce as much oil anymore. This causes our skin to dry out more easily, and dead skin cells don't shed as well as they used to. These dead skin cells stick around, especially in warm and moist areas of our bodies. This is where the problem starts. There's also a chemical factor at play. As we age, our skin produces a compound called 2-nonenal. You might not know the name, but you've probably smelled it. It's the cause of that musty, greasy smell that many associate with aging. It's not the same as sweat or not showering. It's a smell that comes from fatty acids breaking down in our skin over time. And once it's there, it's hard to get rid of. Washing with soap won't help unless you focus on the right spots and use the right technique. This smell can stick to your clothes, sheets, and furniture, and while you may not notice it, others definitely do. That's why it's important to understand what's going on so you can take control and avoid leaving a room with people whispering behind you. Part 2 is about why seniors are more prone to this odor. So why does this happen to older people and not younger ones? Well, it's all about biology. As we age, our skin doesn't renew itself as quickly as it did when we were younger. When we're young, dead skin cells fall off quickly, but as we get older, they stay on the surface longer. These old cells mix with sweat, oils, and pollutants, creating a perfect environment for bacteria to grow. That's when the smell starts. Also, the 2-nonenal compound doesn't appear in your 20s or 30s. It starts showing up in your 40s, 50s, and beyond. It's the result of fatty acids in our skin breaking down over time, which causes the earthy, greasy, or musty smell. This smell is strong and persistent. Spraying perfume won't fix it, and sometimes it can mix badly with the perfume, making things worse. Certain parts of the body trap this scent more than others. Think about places where skin touches skin, or where air doesn't flow well, like underarms or between the thighs. These are obvious areas, but there's one spot that people often miss. A hidden troublemaker who's often the sneakiest offender of all. It's the kind of place you don't think about until it's too late, and trust me, it's quietly working against you if you're not paying attention. Understanding these details isn't just trivia. It's the foundation for fighting back against a challenge that's as old as time itself. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Part 3 is the spot everyone misses behind the ears. Okay, let's dive into the third section, and this is the one that's going to catch you off guard. The spot that nearly everyone, especially seniors, misses entirely behind the ears. I know. It sounds so basic, almost childish, right? Like something your mom nagged you about when you were 5 years old, standing there with a washcloth in hand. But stick with me here, because I'm about to unpack why this tiny little area deserves way more attention than it gets. I'd wager good money that you can't even recall the last time you gave that spot a proper scrub. Not just a lazy swipe with a wet hand or letting the shower water trickle down and calling it a day, but getting in there, using your fingertips to rub behind your ears right along that crease where your jawline meets your neck. Go ahead, think about it. When was it exactly? Most of us don't even consider it, and that's where the trouble starts. Here's why this spot is such a sneaky troublemaker. Behind your ears is like a perfect storm of neglect waiting to happen. The skin there is thinner than you'd expect, almost delicate, and it's loaded with oil glands that are quietly pumping away all day long. Add to that the shape of the area. It's a little fold, a natural pocket where sweat oils and all sorts of grime can pull up without you ever noticing. You don't feel it getting damp or sticky like you might on your forehead or under your arms, so it flies under the radar. We shampoo our hair, lather up, and figure, oh, the suds will rinse down and take care of everything. But that's a myth, and it's not just sweat. We're talking about here that behind the ear zone is a magnet for all kinds of buildup. Oil seeping down from your scalp, leftover traces of hair gel, MOUs or dry shampoo, flakes of dead skin that slew off naturally, and even tiny particles of dust or pollen floating in from the world around you. Now let's make it more complicated. Do you wear earrings, glasses that rest right there behind your ears? Maybe a coat or sweater with a high collar that rubs against your skin. Every time you do, you're pressing that mess tighter against your body, trapping it in a place like a little time capsule of neglect. And because it's tucked away, hidden from view, it's the ultimate out of sight, out of mind situation. You don't see it in the mirror, so you don't think about it. But over time, days, weeks, even months, that buildup doesn't just sit there innocently. It festers. It turns sour. I'll never forget the first time I heard about this years ago. I laughed it off, thinking, come on, behind my ears. That can't be a thing. But then out of curiosity, I grabbed a damp cloth one evening, ran it behind my ears, and took a whiff. Oh my goodness. The smell, it was mortifying, sharp, stale, almost cheesy, like something I'd never want anyone else to catch a hint of. No one had ever warned me. Not my parents, not my spouse, not a single soul. And here's the kicker. No one will tell you. Your family might pick up on it and your friends might catch a faint whiff when they lean in for a chat, but they're not going to speak up. It's too awkward, too personal. No one's going to tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, have you washed behind your ears lately? They'll just quietly adjust their behavior instead. Maybe they'll skip that warm hug next time, or they'll shift their chair a little farther away at the dinner table in that subtle distance. That's a heartbreak I wouldn't wish on anyone, especially when it's something so easy to fix once you know about it. Part 4. What happens if you keep ignoring it? Now let's move on to part 4, because this is where it gets real. What happens if you keep brushing this off? If you keep ignoring that little spot behind your ears? I get it. Habits are hard to break. After decades of washing up the same way day in and day out, it's tough to suddenly add a new step to the routine. But I need you to hear me out, because the consequences of skipping this aren't just cosmetic. They're social and they're sneaky. If you don't start cleaning behind your ears properly, you're setting yourself up for what I call a silent stink. It's silent because you won't notice it. You're so used to your own that your nose tunes it out. But trust me, other people, they'll pick up on it every time. Here's how it unfolds. First, those oils I mentioned, the ones from your scalp and skin, start to accumulate. Then bacteria move in because that warm, moist little crevice is like a 5-star resort for them. They feast on the oils and dead skin, breaking it all down into compounds that smell downright unpleasant. That's where the odor comes from. A sour, musty tang that no one wants wafting around them. You might think a spritz of perfume, a dab of body spray, or a layer of scented lotion will cover it up. But here's the bad news. Those fixes don't work. They can backfire, mixing with a funk to create this bizarre, cloying blend of sweet and sour that's hard to put into words, but impossible to ignore once you've smelled it. I've caught whiffs of it on other people before I knew better, and it's unforgettable in all the wrong ways. But it's not just about the smell. Over time, neglecting that spot can mess with your skin health too. That buildup doesn't just sit there quietly, it irritates. You might start noticing redness creeping in behind your ears or along your neck. Maybe a persistent itch that you can't quite scratch away. In some cases, small bumps or pimples pop up. Little signs of clogged pores fighting back against the grime. Ever wondered why your pillowcase starts to smell a little off even after a fresh wash? Or why the collar of your favorite shirt or blouse gets dingy and discolored way faster than it used to? That's the behind-the-ear culprit at work, leaving its mark on everything it touches. Worst of all, though, is how it affects the people around you. They won't say a word, but you'll feel it. That friend who used to greet you with a big, tight hug might switch to a quick pat on the shoulder. Your grandkids might not linger as long as they climb into your lap. Someone at the table might scoot their chair just a smidge farther away during coffee hour. It's not because they don't care about you, it's just human instinct, kicking in a subconscious reaction to something they can't quite place. And that slow drift, that quiet pulling away, it chips away at connections in a way that's so subtle you might not even realize it's happening until it's too late. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Part 5, how to clean it properly. It's easier than you think. All right, ladies, we finally arrived at the exciting part, the solution to keeping things fresh and clean. Let me put your mind at ease right away. It's far easier than you might expect. You won't need to rush out and buy some high-priced, luxurious cleanser or the latest trendy gadget to get the job done. Nope, all it takes is a little bit of effort and a consistent approach, and you'll feel so much cleaner, fresher, and more confident in no time. The real secret here isn't about scrubbing yourself raw or using harsh products. It's about adopting a gentle, practical routine that works with your everyday life. Let's break it down step by step so you can see just how doable this is. First off, you don't need to attack delicate areas like behind your ears with a rough scrub brush or a bar of strong soap. That's a recipe for irritation, especially since the skin there is thinner and more sensitive than you might realize. Instead, the goal is to keep things mild and manageable. Here's my tried and true method. The next time you're in the shower after you've gone through your usual routine of washing your hair and lathering up your body, take an extra moment to focus on those spots that often get neglected. For me, behind the ears is the big one. It's like a hidden trouble zone we all forget about. Grab a small amount of your regular body wash, or if you prefer a mild facial cleanser, nothing too fancy, just something gentle, and use your fingertips to lightly massage it into the area. No need for aggressive rubbing. Just a soft, circular motion will do the trick. Now, here's where a lot of people miss the mark rinsing. Don't just give it a quick splash of water and call it a day. Use warm, not hot water, and take your time to rinse thoroughly. You'd be amazed at how much residue, think soap, suds, leftover shampoo, or even styling products like hairspray or gel can linger back there if you're not intentional about it. A good rinse ensures all that gunk is washed away, leaving you truly clean. But don't stop there. Once you're out of the shower, grab a soft, clean towel and gently pat the area dry. I can't stress this enough. Drying off properly is key. We all know the importance of toweling off after a shower, but it's especially critical in tucked away spots, like behind the ears where moisture can hang around. If you're not careful, leave it damp and you're practically rolling out the welcome mat for bacteria to set up shop and start the whole funky cycle again. No thanks. The final piece of the puzzle: consistency. This isn't a one-and-done deal. It's about making this quick little step a regular part of your shower routine. We're talking mere seconds here, not a big-time commitment, but those seconds add up to a world of difference in how fresh you feel. And let's be honest, how fresh you smell. Stick with it, and you'll wonder why you didn't start sooner. Part 6, other commonly missed spots. You should check now that we're on the topic of those sneaky, forgotten areas. Let's shine a light on a few other spots that often fly under the radar. These places can quietly collect sweat, oils, and bacteria, leading to that same musty, uncomfortable vibe if left unchecked. Trust me, I've seen it time and again. Even the most put-together folks can miss these. Let's go through them one by one so you can add them to your cleanliness checklist. First up, under the breasts. I know some of you might be thinking, oh, I've got that covered, but hear me out. For anyone with a fuller chest, the skin folds beneath the breasts can become a hotspot for sweat natural oils. And even dead skin cells, especially on warm days or after a workout, the fix is simple. After washing with your usual soap or body wash, make sure to dry the area thoroughly with a towel if you want to take it a step further. A light dusting of body powder or a quick spritz of body spray can help keep things feeling fresh. Just don't go overboard. Too much powder can clump up or irritate the skin, which is the last thing you want. Keep it light and easy. Next on the list, belly folds. This one's especially relevant if you've got a round or midsection, but it can apply to anyone. Those creases are pros at trapping moisture, sweat, and oils, creating a cozy little breeding ground for bacteria if you're not careful. The approach here is similar, was as usual. Then take an extra second to ensure the area is completely dry during hot weather or after some physical activity. You might want to double check this spot as it's more prone to getting sweaty and sticky. A little attention goes a long way toward keeping it under control. Don't overlook your feet either, specifically between the toes. I know it might sound a bit silly, but when was the last time you gave that area a good scrub? Sweat loves to build up there, especially if you're wearing sneakers or clothes, toe shoes that don't let your feet breathe. After washing your feet in the shower, take a moment to work a soapy cloth or your fingers between each toe. Then rinse well and dry thoroughly. A sprinkle of foot powder can help keep moisture at bay. And while you're at it, give your toenails a quick check to make sure they're clean and trimmed. You'll be shocked at how much fresher your feet feel when you give them this small bit of TLC. Finally, let's talk about the back of your knees and elbows. These spots don't always get the attention they deserve. They might not rub up against your clothes as much as other areas, but they still collect sweat and oils throughout the day, especially in warm weather or if you've been on the move when you're washing up. Make sure these areas get a gentle cleanse followed by a proper rinse and dry. It's a small addition to your routine, but it rounds out the effort to keep every part of you feeling clean and comfortable. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 3 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Part 7 is the benefits of tackling this freshness, confidence, and dignity. Now, I'll be honest with you, this might seem like an overwhelming amount of attention to detail at first glance. It's not just about the obvious places we clean every day. It's about those sneaky, overlooked spots behind your ears that can make all the difference. But here's the thing. Trust me when I say it's worth it. Once you start giving these areas the care they deserve, something truly remarkable happens. You'll feel a wave of freshness wash over you, like a reset button for your entire being. It's not just about banishing that nagging worry that you're carrying around some hidden odor. It's deeper than that. You'll no longer feel like you're walking through life with a secret. Everyone else can sense, but you can't quite put your finger on picture. You've just stepped out of the shower. Your skin is still warm and damp, and you're clean from head to toe. That's a great feeling, right? But when you take it a step further, when you know you've tackled those little nooks and crannies that most people don't even think about, you get this extra surge of confidence. It's like an invisible badge of honor, a quiet assurance that you've gone above and beyond. That's the secret I'm sharing with you today. And it's not just about hygiene in the basic sense. It's about self-respect, about honoring yourself with the care you deserve. As we move through life, especially as the years add up, that sense of self-respect becomes even more vital. How we carry ourselves, how we feel in our skin, it shapes our days more than we might realize. When you don't have to worry about catching a whiff of that telltale old people smell. You know the one? You'll notice a shift. Your shoulders pull back a little more, your stride gets a bit bolder. You'll step out into the world, whether it's for a quick errand or a social gathering with a renewed sense of confidence. Hugs from friends or family, you'll welcome them without a second thought. No hesitation or self-consciousness holding you back. More than anything, though, it's about dignity. You'll feel proud that you're showing yourself in the world. That age is just a number, not a sentence. Unpleasant odors, they don't get to define you. I can tell you from my own experience that this works wonders. When I started paying attention to these small, often ignored areas, it was like flipping a switch. Suddenly, I felt more in command of my life, more in tune with myself. There's a small change with a big payoff, and you deserve to feel that control, that quiet power too. Part 8, don't forget. Teach your loved ones too. Now let's shift gears for a moment and think about something we don't always consider the people we care about. Our children, our grandchildren, our nieces and nephews. I'm not suggesting we turn into Hygiene, police marching around with a checklist and a stern look. But these little tips, the ones I've been sharing with you, are just as valuable for them as they are for us. It's funny, isn't it? As we get older, we often find ourselves on the receiving end of care from the younger generation. We're busy focusing on keeping ourselves in check, but meanwhile, they might be overlooking some of these same small habits. Life gets hectic for everyone, no matter the age, whether they're juggling work, kids, or just the daily grind. Here's the beauty of it, though. By sharing this wisdom, you're not just helping yourself, you're lifting everyone. Teaching your loved ones to care for their bodies in these simple, thoughtful ways can boost their confidence and keep them feeling fresh just like it does for you. Age doesn't discriminate when it comes to missing spots. Someone in their 30s or 50s could be skipping behind their ears or not drying off thoroughly after a shower just as easily as anyone else. So why wait for someone else to point it out? Be the one to pass along this golden nugget of knowledge. Show them how to give those hidden areas a quick scrub. Explain the importance of patting dry instead of letting dampness linger. Share the tricks you've picked up along the way. It's like handing them a little gift, a legacy of good habits that keeps on giving. You'll feel a swell of pride, knowing you've helped them hold on to their freshness and self-assurance, no matter where life takes them. Ladies and gents too, for that matter. I hope this has been an eye-opener for you, because it certainly was for me when I first stumbled onto this realization. Something so small, so easy to fix, shouldn't have the power to shape how people remember you or how you feel about yourself. Take it from me. You've got the tools now, so use them, share them, and let's all keep shining. Ladies, we've covered a lot today, from that sneaky spot behind the ears to the little changes that can bring back your freshness and confidence. I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned so far that you're ready to put into practice in your life? Drop it in the comments below and let's keep this conversation going. If you like this video, please leave your comment below and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more tips to help you feel your best at every age. Stay fresh, stay confident, and I'll see you next time.